Welcome back, everybody. I found a funny story. It's on topic as well. It's about robots performing surgeries and how this robotic arm will make things quicker. And it's going to get to the point where there's going to be even AI, little dudes cutting people open. If I go in for a surgery when I'm older and Rodney Copperbottom is stood at the table with two spanners, I will just pass out. They won't even need to anesthetize me. Is that the right word? I won't even need any anesthetic. If he's going to bring that you can shine no matter what you're made of energy to my fucking double amputation, I'm going to end up with the same legs and speaking French when I wake up. But it's a generally terrifying feeling knowing that at some point robots are going to control stuff. And with how I've lived my life over the past 25 years, it has been on strictly robots and AI as second-class citizens. And I'm sure a lot of people have as well. So the thought of some being inside me and having full control over the outcome of my life just terrify me, if I'm being honest. I'm thinking over and over in my head all the Sims babies that I've burnt alive. My digital footprint is one of genocide against bots on games. I say, hey, Siri, you Game Boy slut, put my alarm on. That's all that's going to be ringing around this fucking thing's head when it's inside my lungs, right? Scraping off all the semen. It's all well and good having these doctors go, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard. Let's have fucking Rodney do it. But there's not going to be any of us left, right, when these become sentient. And you know what sentient means. They're going to be emotional. And when they start having real pregnancies, Jesus Christ. I don't want to turn this into the hormone channel. I've been getting across that, my body hasn't been functioning as I see it should be. And, I've had this warped perception of myself that I'm a freaky monster, mythical creature. And in reality, I'm just borderline pansy sissy boy. I've been getting all this mass together. I've been accumulating it, eating lots of food. And, I used to think I would burn the candle at both ends, going out doing drugs and drinking at the weekends. But it appears you can burn it at both ends, lots of different ways. And it's such a fun thing to say. When you start a conversation with a family member you haven't seen in 2 months I'll just say I've been burning the candle at both ends. You sound like Denzel Washington in The Equalizer or something. People take a step back and they listen to what you got to say. I got those testosterone results back, and I was on the low end of normal, and I was not happy with that. So I got some new ones done from a different company, right? Because in my head I thought, they're fucking lying. They're wrong. They've switched it out. I went over this last episode. And these new results, I got them back, and of course, I was 1 point better in the testosterone, but they also tested for 9 other hormones and proteins and all this rubbish. So I opened it up. The first one was testosterone, and it was on, the low end of normal like it was last time. I was like, oh, jeez, God's sakes. And then the next one was like freaky high in the abnormal high range, and I was like, yes, let's go. And then you do a drop down menu and read it, and it's like, this is a female hormone, you should not have any of this if you're a male. Obviously I fell to my knees, and then I carried on scrolling down. The next one, I was really low in it. I was like, yes. It was like Glebon, and I was like, oh, that's a female hormone, definitely. I read it, and it's like, you need the normal range of this if you're a male to function proper. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Can't hit a single 3-pointer with these test results. But why is this sexual? What's sexual about this? I'm being slightly facetious, and I don't want to put the test results on because I feel slightly embarrassed. But I don't know. Maybe I'll put the test results on. But the only worrying thing about it was the prolactin, which is a female hormone. And males have a little bit of it knocking about, but in the sort of numbers that I was working with, it was worrying. So, I start Googling. I'm going, oh, fucking, I've got loads of prolactin and I'm a dude. And then you get onto Reddit. And basically, I've not slept for 3 days. I think I've either got a brain tumor, diabetes, or I'm just going to go undiagnosed and just be a sissy for the rest of my life. What would I rather have? I don't know. Would I rather be diabetic? Would I rather have a cyst on my pituitary gland, aka a brain tumor? For all the people that didn't pay attention in biology, okay? On the little doctor's note that they write, which I'm sure is just a copy and paste generic thing, when somebody gets in a high range or something, they're like, go get checked, you might be pre-diabetic. Knowing me, how receptive I am to new skills, I'm sure I've got the full diabetes. It probably got in me and was like, fuck. My body went, we've got it. Hey, get off, bro. We'll take it from here. And now my fingers and my hands are tingling permanently. But make no mistake, I've already said how I would have reacted if I had freaky abnormal high testosterone. If I have a brain tumor, I will not let anybody ever forget it. I will be unbearable. All my friends are going to think, I hope he fucking drops dead. But trust me, I will milk it. If I've got a brain tumor, I'll have a t-shirt that says, I love my brain tumor. I'll make it my personality like people do when they smoke weed or when they like to eat vegetables and stuff. I'm going to be Mr. fucking brain tumor. But that's what I've got to be doing now at the minute. I'm in full-on defense mode. I'm eating vegetables. I'm eating fucking carrots with my lunch and stuff, which I wasn't doing really before. So it's really a time for healing in this joint until I really figure out what's wrong with me. Of course, I listened to the doctor's advice from for the medical checks that I had done, and I went and booked a GP appointment with the real doctors, the ones that actually went to school and are not just faking it online. When I booked my GP appointment, they said, would you like it over the phone or in real life? I was like, listen, if I tell this young doctor my results over the phone, they're not going to believe me. They need to see it in writing. So I went down and, obviously she was like, I was fucking petrified, all right? I'm not going to act like some cold-hearted stud muffin. But, right, I went in, and I think I looked nervous. I couldn't get to sleep all night, like I was saying. I sat down and told her everything, and, she did not seem to believe me, or she didn't believe the company. She was like, oh, they get it wrong sometimes. I wouldn't be too sure. And I'm like saying, I think I've got a brain tumor. Like, I really do. I can't see properly. I'm gay. She didn't really match my energy, which I think you're meant to do. I think that is probably by design. If I went in like, oh my God, I've got a brain tumor, I think I'm going to die. And she was like, oh, okay. All right, say goodbye to all your loved ones. You've probably got 30 days until you just drop dead. It probably would lead to just a chain reaction like a nuclear bomb, and I'd end up blowing up in front of the car park. To be honest, a part of me does want a brain tumor just so I can go back in like Charlie Bucket with a golden ticket and start waving the results around in her face and say, you didn't believe me. I knew something was growing inside my head. I know I've got problems, all right, but I'm only racist because I've got a tumor in my head. The only redeeming part of the whole GP experience was she did my blood pressure monitor and the normal strap wouldn't fit around my arm. And she said out loud, oh, I think I need the extra large one. God, bloody get it, love, you cheeky sod, eh? Come give me a kiss on the cheek as well. Oh, dear me. I'm trying to not make this the fucking hormone channel, all right? The Doctor's Day Out fucking vlog boy. But this is what's going on in my life, all right? And this is all I've been writing about. And you might think, you've written some of this. This is something that you've come up with. This is something that you've been brainstorming. And yes, it is as pathetic as it sounds. So I get sent to go get some more bloods taken, right? And they do these things called drive-through clinics, right, where I live. So every part of the NHS is crumbling. You don't just go in for a normal appointment anymore. You have ring-up GP appointments over the phone where Al-Qaeda can listen in and know that you've got a bowel movement. I get there. There's some guy in a high-vis with lights like he's on fucking Heathrow runway pointing everyone through. So I drive around, and honestly, just imagine a warehouse. It looked like something out of Gotham. But yeah, it was another female interaction. And, my fucking nerves are, oh God, a female. All warehouses have ever been is for people to inject stuff into your blood like heroin. But now it's actually turned, and the syringes are actually clean, and it's for good health, not for good times. So I pulled up to my bay in the warehouse, like I'm an Amazon driver, and the lady was really pretty. She was about my age, just draining everyone's blood all day, like a sexy vampire. And I was like, whoa. I opened my car door, and I forgot what I was actually getting tested for. So I asked her, and she was like, "Oh, we're doing a liver function blood test, kidney function, um, diabetes check, and prolactin." I don't know what that is, and I know exactly what it is. But I didn't feel like saying, "Hey, oh no, that's a hormone that women get when they breastfeed." Made me think how funny it would be if some guy pulls up, he's hitting on her, he asks her out and goes, "Oh gosh, we should go out sometime." And, she looks down at a sheet and she sees what he's getting tested for: AIDS, chlamydia, Asperger's. You probably wouldn't want to get that guy's number, would you? I don't know. I did get one of my tests back today, and they said, "Hey, the vitamin D is deficient in your body," which is so frustrating because I take multivitamins, but they've prescribed me 800 units of D. I feel a little bit like Mia Khalifa, if I'm being honest, getting 800 units of D that I've got to take every day. Well, not all the tests have come back yet, so hopefully I'm still straight. I don't know. But with all this news and that, all my parents have been freaking out. Gosh, they don't seem to agree that me making my body like a gorilla is worth all the dizziness and headaches. But it's what I want to do. All right, I want people. I want when I walk past primary schools, right? Wait, children drop their skipping ropes and their Game Boys, and they run to the gate and they go, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! It's a walking monkey!" And I'm walking down the street like this, and everyone's freaking out. Even the teacher's like ringing the bell, like, "Fucking get back in! He's gonna fucking kill one of you!" But I'm a friendly walking monkey, so I would never do that. But I want to, I just want to be big. All right, I want to be big. People don't get that, and they think it's freaky. They think it's a strange thing to want to do to be fucking huge. I'm on a one-way ticket to Hugeville. All right, next stop, Smallsville. All the losers get off at this stop. But at some point in your life, you've got to realize that your parents are stupid and you know better than them. So you've got to really, metaphorically, and even in some cases, spit in their face. And maybe that'll be the last time you ever speak to them, but then they've not got their claws around your ambition and your dreams. And it made me think about this, when they're getting at me, "Hey, you should stop eating 10,000 calories a day. You're going to kill yourself. Oh, we're just worried about you. Oh, we want children. We want to bury you." Shut up, Mom. There's been many times where I thought my parents aren't as great. Where, there's been a few times where I thought, "Hey, maybe these aren't the smartest people in the world. Hey, maybe they haven't got everything figured out." One distinct memory of my childhood where we used to go to the shopping centre, usually every Friday. Something to do when, you're working class. Just look at things that are expensive. And we'd go around the shops, and there was always this one shop we'd go, and there's a crowd watching this, like, immigrant, minimum wage guy that was doing tricks and stuff with this, like, toy. And all the mongs loved it. Everyone was watching it, and you could barely see him. I'm like shuffling in between everyone, moving and stuff, like trying to just get a glimpse of him doing these tricks. And basically, what the toy was, it was like some sort of spaceship saucer. It was like flying around his body. He was like stood there like. It was like following him, right? And it was going all the way around like stuff, and he was like working his heart out for like minimum wage to feed his kids back in Syria. And we'd go every week, and it was always packed. It was like fucking Bon Jovi'd just come to town. So, I'm like, Dad, we should get one of these toys. And he's like, yeah, I think we will. I think we will. So next time we go to get one of these toys, and we get to the shop, and there isn't really a much crowd at all. It seemed it was died down. Beatlemania is no more. No, there was just a few people there, like looking at the boxes and stuff, and he was still there, And we walked up to him, and my dad went, "Hey, God, we want to buy one of these. We just can't figure out how you do it." And without even like skipping a beat, oh, there's a string around my finger. It's just following my finger, and you should have known that if you're an adult, innit? That's something that you should have just known. I obviously was a child. I didn't know that there could be invisible strings. But yeah, I just remember thinking, is this really the guy that's going to stop an intruder from coming upstairs and hitting my butt? Yo, I just got these shoulder pads off Etsy. What do you guys think? Yo, I just got these shoulders off of Etsy. What do you think? I've got to try and get comfortable, haven't I? Because I'm usually breathing like a fat slob. Yeah, I can't breathe anymore. If you're from the ages of 10 to 18, they're the times where you need to slap your mum about a little bit. You probably can't do it to your dad a bit, but your dad will respect you. Your dad will stop hurting you as much if you can give it out to your mum. So, next time you want something and they say no, punctuate the question with a slap round someone's face. And if you don't feel like you cut out for your mum, fucking push your sister down the stairs, man. Let her work for it, man. Get your sister frightened of you and get her to say, "Oh my God, I think you should get this toy for James." Why do you want to get a toy for your brother? Wouldn't you be asking for a toy? He's just such a great guy. I don't know. So you got to have everyone on your side without anybody being able to say why they're on your side. So tune in next week where I'm going to tell everyone how to commit bank fraud.